A Prime Minister on the global stage this week at NATO to talk about defence spending, but instead finding himself fighting a domestic battle over welfare. You are not going to offer concessions, you're pressing on.
We're pressing on with a vote on this because we need to bring about this reform.
Earlier in the week, the Prime Minister had attempted to hold the line.
Are there plenty of people and noises off? Yes, of course. I'm comfortable with reading the room and delivering the change the country needs.
Keir Starmer.
But today, accepting this fight over benefit cuts, one he couldn't win. The government will make concessions on its planned $5 billion of cuts in an effort to avoid a potentially devastating Commons defeat.
I recognise there is a consensus across the House on the urgent need for reform of our welfare system. All colleagues want to get this right, and so do I. We want to see reform implemented with Labour values of fairness. That conversation will continue in the coming days so we can begin making change together on Tuesday.
The PM with no option but to start that conversation after the number of MPs backing an amendment that would have killed off his welfare bill rose to 127 overnight. This Labour MP, one of the latest to add his name to the list.
The big problem is the PIP changes. I recognise much of what the government's trying to do within the bill, but that was the big problem.
Has number 10 just misread the mood of the party?
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's misread the mood of the party, but I do know that the policy needs to change, and, you know, it may be that the government are listening. I certainly hope they are.
The opposition calling out the PM for blinking on the cuts.
The Prime Minister is in the fight of his life. He is trying to save some of the government's welfare changes that don't even cut the overall welfare budget. They only slightly slow down the rate of increase. And that is because his MPs are too scared to make difficult decisions.
No, those decisions delayed Harriet Harman explaining the government's next steps.
So it'll resolve by, in the second reading, the Secretary of State for Work and Pensions, Liz Kendall, will get up in the debate on Tuesday and she will say, here is this bill. I want you to all vote for it on second reading, but I know that a lot of you are unhappy about it. So I am going to make the following changes in it, and I give you that commitment here from the dispatch box.
It's worth taking a beat to reflect on the enormity of this moment and what it means, because a year ago I was standing right here, the bunting was out, and Keir Starmer was walking into Downing Street to a chorus of cheers, having won a landslide victory. Now he is facing such a rebellion from his own MPs that he is being forced to climb down on his welfare reforms. For a Prime Minister to face such a challenge so early into his premiership, well, it's just simply unprecedented. This is a humiliating blow to his authority from a parliamentary party that has felt ignored by Downing Street. And while they may be able to patch this up now, the lasting damage it's doing could be much harder to repair. After days of intense international diplomacy, the PM back in number 10, personally hitting the phones in a bid to talk MPs around. His immediate task is to get that welfare vote across the line next Tuesday. The harder task will be rebuilding the trust. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Westminster.